This video is on working with security roles in AQUARIUS WebPortal. So let's go and have a look. So you'll see I'm in the admin section under security. On the left hand side you'll see the navigation for security rules. Okay, so I've got a few in the system here, but I just want to show you by creating a new one how they're made and what it's all about. So when you click on that create security role, it comes up with an identifier. You have an option to put some people in the group and give it a bit of a description. So I would suggest you do all your settings down here first before you actually identify it here, so you can actually give it a good name to understand what it's all about. So let's just have a quick look and see what these privileges are all about. So you'll see that each of the headings here match up to what's in the left-hand menu of AQUARIUS WebPortal. So that's what security roles are. They actually grant access for different elements of the system, particularly in all for the admin here. So if we were to say click on read all, that would give people access to just be able to read every individual section in here. So locations and folders, parameters and units, data sets, and so on. Now if we want to give access to be able to create, that only relates to a certain few of them, so that puts a check mark beside them all, or we could just deselect that. And updating them, that would allow it, if it's already made, that you could go in and actually update what's already there, as opposed to being able to create new ones. You could just update what's already there. And then of course the very high level of access would be to be able to delete certain elements in there. So we really have to be careful about who we give that particular privilege to. And then the API is another one there. So why don't I actually, just for the sake of the demo, why don't I just say this here is a security role which just gives access to the API. So I'm just gonna call this one access API. Okay, and I can set up a certain user in here. So I'll say maybe John Doe. You can see it's a multi-select list, so I can select more people at the time, and then just click off when I'm done. Give it a description. So I'll just say, API privileges only. Okay, and we'll just scroll down to the bottom here and click create. And where is it? There it is, access API. All right, let's just have a quick look at a couple other ones. Locations and folders. Well, this should make sense. If we just create a security role that gives locations and folders, that means when they come into the admin section, they would only have a privilege to see one section. All of these other ones would be hidden. Okay, so I'll just go back. Now, if I want to build on that for somebody else, let's say, we could take this one here and clone it. All right, so locations and folders, and let's say that we actually want to add in access to parameters as well, and data sets. So that would be quite a good right here. So let's say locations, parameters, and data sets. Parameters and data sets. So this is mainly synced from time series. So this would be very good if you have somebody that's working in the system that wants to just check if their job is to synchronize the two systems or put details in to make sure that it's all coming across fine from AQUARIUS time series. All right, so that's about the cloning and creating a new one. So I've just created a new one. And there we go. And so the other consideration about security roles would be, of course, if they're not being used at all, you can just delete them. So that test 2 is completely not being used. And I showed you can actually set the who the people are for the security role there. But of course, in the security, if you go to people in, say, John Doe, you can see that security role is set there as well too. So you can change that right into the people from the people tab. All right, so that's in a nutshell, that's security roles. Okay, in AQUARIUS WebPortal. You can find out more about this in the help manual. And thanks for using AQUARIUS.